everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading today, and coming up to Valentine's Day, going to do a little bit of a Valentine's Day sort of check-in, see what's headed your way for Valentine's Day. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate your support. It does really make a huge difference to the channel as well. Every single like and comment really does help the channel grow. So thank you in advance. This reading, I am going to be using the Taurus lenormand, but I do also have here, I use this during the weeklies, but I have just taken out the star signs so we can sort of have a quick look and see if there's any important star signs that are going to be, dealing with that particular star sign over Valentine's Day, or, the other way that these may pop out too is certain like qualities that somebody may have that may be related more to a specific sign, but they're coming through with whatever sign the person is. But we'll have a look as we go. Okay, I am going to start today with Libra. So moving from Libra all the way back around through to Virgo. So just needing to do that sometimes for my own energy's sake. We did have a quite a deep reading yesterday, and I do find that starting at Libra does steer me away a little bit from my own signs. So it takes a little bit of the weight off me energy wise, just if anyone is wondering why I do that. But so starting today with Libra. Okay, getting into it, Libra. Firstly, we'll see if there's any important star signs for you this Valentine's Day. Okay, any particular star sign Libra needs to take awareness of this Valentine's Day? You have Pisces. Okay, so Pisces may be important for somebody around you during this Valentine's Day period. They may have a strong placement in Pisces. Pisces is also, a water sign, so they are known to be a little bit more on the sensitive, emotional side of things, the more emotional spectrum. So there may be some emotions running high for you Valentine's Day as well. Okay, Libra. What's happening for Libra this Valentine's Day? Okay, so firstly we have the snake energy for you, Libra. So in this sort of a reading, I do feel as though that's talking about physical intimacy. Okay, so it's looking like you may be having some physical intimate time with somebody. It does talk about desire and passion, all right, and potentially the potential to deceive yourself over somebody's passion for you as well. So just keep that in mind, that if you're feeling as though, somebody isn't as passionate about you as you want them to be, you may actually be in a little bit of self-deceit, deceiving yourself about how passionate this person actually is towards you. We do also have the crossroads. So for some of you may be having to make some sort of a choice. I feel that I'm kind of feeling that for some of you, this may be having to choose who exactly you're spending your Valentine's Day with. You may have more than one option that you're looking at for Valentine's Day here, or having to make some sort of a choice as to what you're doing, where you're going, those sorts of things as well, whether you should be getting a gift for this person, all that sort of stuff. So some choices needing to be made around Valentine's Day for you as well, Libra. We do also have the moon. Okay, so like I touched on there when we spoke about Pisces energy, emotions running high, but overall any choices or decisions that you're making this Valentine's Day, relying on your intuition. Okay, the moon does talk about intuition as well, Libra. So really relying on your intuition to help you make any decisions you need to make this Valentine's Day. Okay, so that's what we've got for you. Moving on to Scorpio. As always, you're welcome to check your other placements as well. But we'll move on over to Scorpio. How are we, Scorpio? Valentine's Day for Scorpio. Any specific star sign for Scorpio to be aware of for Valentine's Day? Okay, we have Aries for you, Scorpio. So Aries are a very passionate sign. They, they are very action orientated. They can be a little bit fiery and passionate. Okay, so a lot of passion I'm feeling with that Aries sign. There may be an important Aries for you for Valentine's Day, or someone has a strong placement in Aries, but I am just reading that as a bit of fiery sort of passion. Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio this Valentine's Day? Oh, and if I did forget to mention at the start of the reading, this is the Taurus lenormand, okay? Okay, so we do have the book energy. So that was actually followed up by the feminine as well. So we may be seeing, Scorpio, a new player, a new character entering your story for this Valentine's Day. So some of you may be going on a date with somebody brand new. The book energy does talk a little bit about the unknown aspects, and the feminine does talk about somebody who, probably a little bit more emotional, but also very nurturing as well. So I do feel for a lot of you that is somebody brand new. For others of you, this is just sort of starting a brand new chapter with somebody, emotionally more so than anything. Probably more emotional new chapter here. Someone entering the story and making you sort of in touch with your emotions a little bit more here. We do have the cross card as well. So, that can talk about a few different things, but I am feeling here that it's just really talking about, this sense of fate and destiny, this spiritual connection. This person may be a very spiritual person. But we do also see that, or religious, of course, but we do also see the sense of fate here, the sense of destiny between you and this person, that, things are happening in a very sort of destined kind of manner here, and for you to have faith that things are happening the way that they need to when it comes to Valentine's Day for you this year, Scorpio. Okay, more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but for now we will move on over to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, do we have an important star sign for Sagittarius this Valentine's Day? Important star sign for Sagittarius to take note of this Valentine's. We have Aries. Scorpio just got Aries as well. The main thing about Aries is their fiery, very passionate nature. Okay, so like yourself, they are a fire sign. Aries do tend to be a little bit more impulsive than Sagittarius, but strong on the passion side of things, Sagittarius. So you may have someone coming along with a strong Aries placement, but we may also just be seeing a lot of passion and desire, being flung around at you this Valentine's Day there, Sagittarius. Okay, what's happening for Sagittarius this Valentine's Day? What's happening for Sagittarius this Valentine's Day? Oh, this is an interesting message. We do have the letter coming through first. So communication, that can be, phone calls, texting, talking in person, talking online. It can also talk about invitations. So I do feel for a lot of you, this is, that sort of invitation. I'm getting that it's a text message asking you to spend time with somebody on Valentine's Day. Okay, and there may be a bit of communication back and forth about what's going on here, about, I do feel for a lot of you, you're going to be asking this person, have you grown? All right, we do have the tree coming through here, and I do feel as though part of this communication is going to be specifically in regard to how much somebody has grown or matured or healed or been focusing on themselves. So it does feel as though there is some aspects of that coming to light for you here, especially with that sun energy finishing that off for you. So it's definitely coming to light that this person has grown, matured, been spending a lot of time on themselves. That may be you and they're asking you about that sort of thing. But, it is coming out into the open, coming to light there with the sun through that communication. Okay, so for some of you, you may not actually be doing anything on Valentine's Day, but you are. This is when that communication sort of starts. Is Valentine's Day is what I'm kind of getting for some of you here. With that sun, though, another fiery element coming through for you here. That is the card for Leo. So we are seeing all the fire signs coming through for you today, Sagittarius. Obviously doing Sagittarius, like talking to Sagittarius. We've seen Aries and Leo as well. So definitely a lot of fire happening around you for Valentine's Day. Very, very interesting there. I find the tree also is the Virgo card as well. So that Virgo may be somehow important to you this Valentine's Day as well, Sagittarius. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements. But for now, we will move on over to our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn. Is there any specific star signs important to Capricorn this Valentine's Day? Star signs important to Capricorn for Valentine's Day. I don't know how I was about to say it then. Taurus. Taurus is actually a really good pairing for Capricorn. If you weren't aware, Taurus does seem to be a very strong pairing for Capricorn, depending on obviously your other placements as well. But there may be something significant about a Taurus this Valentine's Day. You yourself may have strong Taurus placements as well, or somebody that you're dealing with. But Taurus does talk about the main thing Taurus are known for is loving food and being foodies. So there may be something very important to you this Valentine's Day in regard to food and where you maybe eating out somewhere, all those sorts of things as well, Capricorn. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn this Valentine's Day? Oh. Clarify those two, please. Clarify those two for Capricorn. Okay, so firstly, we've got the sun energy coming through. So a lot of happiness comes through with that sun energy. That is the card of Leo as well. But, the sun really shines a light on things. And what it's actually shining a light on here, we have kind of like the perfect pairing. We have the feminine and the masculine. So regardless of gender, okay, this definitely could be talking about two females, two males, two otherwise. It doesn't matter with the gender, okay. It is just kind of showing us that perfect pairing. The yin and the yang, the people that, two people that balance each other out very, very well. So one of these is obviously you, Capricorn, but there is somebody else there for you this Valentine's Day. So we are seeing a sort of pairing, something in regard to a happy couple kind of energy coming through here. That was clarified by the Mountain, which is actually the Capricorn card. It may show that, this happy couple, that maybe they're a happy couple because they have overcome a lot of obstacles to be a happy couple, or that sun may actually be revealing some obstacles that the happy couple needs to sort of face, climb over. But with that being the Capricorn card and the energy we're looking at here, these are obstacles or delays. You know, I'm feeling that it may have been a delay in the past or an obstacle in the past that is now being overcome, and coming together this Valentine's Day here. So the mountain also can be sort of showing us that, you know, you're both willing to put in the hard work to overcome any obstacles between the two of you, and between, you know, stopping you from happiness, overcoming those obstacles, and avoiding unhappiness. Okay, so overall, that's super positive, I feel, Capricorn. You know, for those of you who are completely single, you may be actually meeting somebody important, that you will be able to find a lot of happiness with this Valentine's Day. So definitely a super positive, you know, the happy couple. That's pretty straightforward as what we're seeing there, Capricorn. But you're more than welcome to check other placements as well. But we'll move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius. Any particular star signs Aquarius should take note of this Valentine's Day? Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius is a fire sign, Aquarius. So we may be seeing a bit of fiery, kind of passionate kind of energy for Valentine's Day for you. Sagittarius also, the archer. I do feel as though there's something in that as well there. For some of you, there may be something happening to do with archery, or like bows and arrows, or I'm seeing like a restaurant with like an arrow emblem or something along those lines. I can't think of anything like that, you know, honestly, but it's feeling like somehow that's important to some of you for Valentine's Day. This arrow. For some of you, it may also be in regard to like Cupid's arrow striking you there. Or someone may definitely be a Sagittarius or have strong Sagittarius placements. Okay. Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius this Valentine's Day? Okay, so Aquarius, we do see you in this fox energy. Firstly, you can kind of see that fox curled in upon itself here, Aquarius. So I dare say, you know, I am kind of feeling as though this may be a Valentine's Day that you are spending very independently, looking after your own survival, you know, curled up in amongst yourself here, just looking after yourself. The fox energy is somebody who is very independent and focused on their own survival, rather than, you know, what, you know, it sometimes can talk about casual little fling type connections as well, where you're just sort of getting your needs met and that's about it. You know, but I do feel as though for a lot of you Aquarius, this is very insular kind of energy, where it's kind of spending Valentine's Day, you know, by yourself without a love interest on the plate for you here. You may not be totally alone though, because we do have the dog coming out there with the garden as well. So that's sort of, you know, they're both friendship and social card. Okay, so you may be getting out and about, spending Valentine's Day with friends, and, you know, going on a date with friends, you know, meeting up with friends to take your mind off the fact that you're single, whatever those sorts of energies are for you personally. You know, but this is my sort of date card. This is the card of friendship. So you're focusing this Valentine's Day more so on, you know, the people that love you in a more platonic sense. So spending time with friends or family, getting out and being social, for sure, for Valentine's Day, but it may just be with, you know, friends or family rather than actual love interests. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Aquarius. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Any specific star signs of importance for Pisces this Valentine's Day? Okay, one more shuffle. Pisces. Pisces, please. Seeing Capricorn, Pisces. So there may be somebody around you with strong Capricorn placements. I'm kind of feeling, though, Pisces, that this is you in a Capricorn mindset for Valentine's Day. Instead of worrying about love, it seems like you might be worrying more about, money, getting that bag and focusing on work, those sorts of things this Valentine's Day. Okay, Capricorn is the sign of, working hard and focusing on work and money and those sorts of things. Okay. Pisces, what's going on for Pisces this Valentine's Day, please? Okay, so we do have the crossroad coming out first and foremost. That was followed by the lily. So straight away, we are seeing you kind of really wanting to work out exactly what path you're taking into the future here. The lily really does talk about long term and like that kind of energy where, 10, 20 years from now, where do you want to be? And you're kind of making decisions now that it's really reflecting where you want to be in the future. Where you want this path to take you, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and choosing things that are going to last the test of time rather than, worrying about what's going on right here, right now. You're worrying about what's going on, long term for yourself here, Pisces. So the lily does also talk about, emotional intimacy as well, but I am seeing that here with the garden. The emotional intimacy seems to be more connected to the garden energy. So the garden is all about meetings, meeting somebody halfway, meeting up with people. I'm kind of just getting this vibe that for a lot of you it's kind of more a social card rather than love, so to speak, for this Valentine's Day. You may be very focused on being more intimate with your social group, your friends, your family, that kind of thing. Being a little bit more vulnerable and open and honest with those sorts of people, getting out and meeting up with friends or family for coffee, all that sort of thing. Okay, so that's what we're seeing for you this Valentine's Day, Pisces. Not so much focused on the love, I don't think, at the moment, Pisces, but, obviously you're more than welcome to check your other placements, and if you're super seeking some love information there, you probably would want to check one of those other placements, but we'll move over to Aries. Okay, Aries. Any specific signs that are important to Aries this Valentine's? Aries. I'll shuffle one more time because it's not wanting to come out for you here, Aries. Okay, Aries. Star sign of importance for Aries on Valentine's Day. Virgo. Okay, Virgo are one of the more structured signs. They do, they're known for, organizational skills, cleanliness, good hygiene, those sorts of things. Although I'm not going to lie, I do know some Virgos who aren't the best with the personal hygiene. Not going to lie. But Virgo being an earth sign, they do tend to be very grounded. Okay, so there may also be something about getting out in nature for you this Valentine's Day, Aries. But Virgo, there may be somebody around you with a strong Virgo placement as well. Aries, what's going on for Aries this Valentine's Day? Okay, so we do have Sagittarius coming out here too. But we do have the masculine, and then the clover, which is the Sagittarius card. So it's talking about a masculine energy taking a chance, taking a risk, having good luck on their side to be able to take a bit of a risk this Valentine's Day. So I'm kind of feeling that, you know, it has been followed through with the anchor here, which I'm hearing part of the ship, even though I normally only get that for ship. But the anchor is that somebody that you can depend on, that sturdy, reliable energy, where you're moving, you know, taking a chance on trying to secure something here. So I do feel as though this is you, Aries, whether regardless of your gender, this is you sort of more so, you know, being a little bit guarded about your emotions while you're taking this risk, because it is a risk that you're thinking through very logically. But I do feel as though it's in regard to, you know, trying to stabilize something, trying to hold something to you, trying to rely on something, you know, move towards more dependability with something here. So I am getting this storyline that for some of you, you may be taking a chance on, you know, committing further with somebody, you know, leveling up that commitment. No, like, even if you're single, it may be that actually making some sort of commitment. Or for those of you who are already connected to somebody, it's more like, you know, securing some sort of commitment with this person. That definitely could, you know, be somebody doing that towards you as well, Aries. It could go both ways here as well, but it does feel as though somebody trying to, you know, stabilize a connection, secure a connection a little bit more here, level up a connection a little bit more. All right, so you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we'll move on over to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Any specific star signs of importance for Taurus this Valentine's Day? You have Aries. Okay, that Aries energy important for a lot of people this Valentine's Day. We do see, and I believe that Capricorn, was it Capricorn? No, it was Capricorn that got you, Taurus, and I do have Capricorn on the bottom of the deck there as well. So I'm feeling an Aries or a Capricorn may be significant around your energy this Valentine's Day. But overall, I have been getting just the Aries fiery passion, okay, coming out with that Aries card. So there may be a lot of passion around you, that desire, all right? So maybe having a fun kind of passionate Valentine's Day this year, Taurus. But Taurus, what's going on for Taurus this Valentine's Day? What's going on for Taurus this Valentine's Day? Okay, so we do have the Tower first and foremost. Sometimes that can talk about somebody from the past, but I'm not really getting that. I am getting, if it's somebody from the past, it's like an ongoing past history with this person, that this is something, you know, they've been in your past, but they feel like they're probably already in your present as well. But it could be somebody older than you. It could be somebody who does, you know, take time to themselves quite a lot. Somebody might be asking, you know, for a little bit of solitude, or could also be, it's going a few different ways here, Taurus. It could definitely be somebody sort of saying, hey, Taurus, can we, you know, build ourselves a blanket fort and just take some time just to us this Valentine's Day? Or it could also be showing you doing that alone, or this person doing that alone as well. You know, but we do see ultimately what that really does talk about when we see the next card. The next card is the Book, which does talk about brand new chapters, entering into new chapters here with your, you know, Valentine's Day, bringing new chapters in love. Okay, we do have the heart there as well. So we do see, you know, a stronger foundation being built that is starting off some new chapters, you know, some unknown you know, that fortress kind of building strong foundations so that tower doesn't fall energy, strong foundations being built. For a lot of you, I do feel that is, you know, you and somebody sort of going off into your little blanket fort and spending some time in solitude together. But once again, some of you, that is you in solitude, complete solitude by yourself, because that is the fortress of solitude kind of card there. But with that book energy, it really does show us that we are starting some sort of brand new chapter with love here as well. It's kind of like the foundation that you've created so far is just being sort of built upon even more this Valentine's Day in some way, shape or form. With the heart there as well, there could be a strong, you know, romantic factor going on for you this Valentine's Day as well. It does talk about, you know, that romance kind of stuff a little bit there as well. So you're more than welcome to check your other placements. But for now, we'll move over to Gemini. Gemini, how are we today? Okay, any particular star signs of importance for our Geminis this Valentine's Day? We have Leo. Okay, so there may be a Leo around you at the moment. Leo is the sun card, so I do feel that some of you may be getting out and about in the sunshine for Valentine's Day. There might be sort of like a daytime date where you're going on a picnic out and, you know, sunbaking together or going to the beach and all that sort of stuff that might be going on for you this Valentine's Day, Gemini. So, but Leo, maybe somebody important around you or have someone with a strong Leo placement as well. Okay, Gemini, what's going on for Gemini this Valentine's Day? Kind of similar to what I saw for Aries, but we do have the masculine here. So whether that's you or somebody around you, we don't really genderize in my readings. So, you know, it definitely could be either of you, regardless of your gender. The masculine usually is somebody who's trying to think of things through very logically. They do sort of, they're a little bit more reserved. But what I'm sort of seeing with that masculine, and because I keep getting the keyword reserved, and it's turning into the word reservation when I'm seeing the next card as the garden. Okay, so it's someone making a reservation somewhere to take you out on a date. This is my date card, the garden, and it does talk about meetings, getting out in public and being seen together, that kind of energy. It can also talk about invitations to events and those sorts of things, public spaces and all that sort of stuff. So once again, it could definitely be getting out and about in the sunshine. The garden can sometimes quite literally talk about a garden or you know, somewhere out in public that is quite sociable and public space. So it does cover places like the beach, the park, all that sort of stuff. So you know, it definitely could be somebody taking you to somewhere like that. It could definitely be a date that is happening for you. I am hearing reservation though. I am hearing the word reservation when I'm seeing those two cards together. So, you know, it could be like a conservation type reservation. You know, I suppose, you know, we don't really have them here in Australia. Well, we do have a couple, but it could be, you know, a tribal reservation type area, but it also could be, you know, like a reservation at a club or a reservation at a specific place as well. But I do see the clover coming out here as well. So a lot of good fortune. That's, you know, pick a 4-leaf clover and you'll have good luck. The clover can also talk about Sagittarius. I'm just double checking. Yeah, the garden doesn't have any attachments there, but the clover, you know, somebody taking a bit of a chance, taking a risk. So you know, they may be taking you out on a date, but then we actually see that them taking a chance after the date has sort of begun. So I'm kind of getting that vibe. It might be somebody sort of they're going to take a chance to, you know, lean in for a kiss, or take a chance to, you know, be vulnerable and open up and show you who they are. I'm just going to get one to clarify that, Gemini. Clarify that, Clover. What's the risk this person is taking towards Gemini? I do feel like for a lot of you, that's them towards you. Yeah, so the risk they're taking is the Tower. Okay, so that talks about, you know, building strong foundations with you. It can also talk about solitude. So it's kind of like, yeah, like in that sequence, it could definitely be, you know, taking you out somewhere public, but then taking a chance to ask you, oh, how about we go and get away somewhere private, more private? You know, let's go and build a blanket fort and hide together for a little while. There, Gemini, is what I'm getting with that Tower energy as well. So definitely could see a date leading somewhere a little bit more private afterwards as well. Okay, that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to Cancer. Cancer. What is going on for Cancer this Valentine's Day? Any star signs Cancer should be aware of this Valentine's? Taurus. Okay, so Taurus energy there. Taurus is an earth sign, so we do find them to be quite grounded and earthbound kind of energy. Getting out in nature might be important, but the ultimate thing that comes through with Taurus is actually the fact that, you know, they are well known for being foodies and enjoying a good meal, good high quality food. Okay, so this is kind of the Taurus energy coming out for you. I do feel like that's as an example, the kind of date where they're taking you to a high class restaurant, or taking you somewhere to enjoy really good food. You know, so it may be a food based thing going on for you this Valentine's Day, Cancer. But you know, also, you know, obviously the Taurus placements or star signs may be relevant to you as well this Valentine's. But Cancer, what's happening for Cancer this Valentine's Day? I'm also getting home cooked meal, and I'm also getting missing somebody's food for someone there too. Okay, very interesting, Cancer. Firstly, I have the ring coming through here. The next card we have is the Tower. So this kind of does show me, for a lot of you here, Cancer, this may be connected to a past relationship. Okay, the Tower can quite often talk about somebody older than you or from your past. And because we're seeing that ring coming out first, it may definitely be talking about a past relationship, or for some of you, it may also be talking about, you know, building a stronger relationship by looking at the foundations of the connection. Okay, wanting to connect to somebody in a more fortress type way. Okay, the Tower can talk about solitude. So in this sort of a thing, it could be talking about wanting to spend some, you know, quality time, some one-on-one time, some time where you kind of lock yourselves away in your blanket fort and really work on strengthening the foundation of the relationship as well. We do have the Child coming out here for you as well, Cancer. So it really does talk about, you know, being wild and free and embracing that inner child. For some of you, you know, it definitely could be linking up with that Tower energy as well, where we literally are building a blanket fort with somebody and hiding away. It could also be talking about, you know, strengthening the relationship by engaging in childlike things like building sandcastles. Like you can see in this particular deck, that is actually a sandcastle. So childlike things like tower related, you know, building a block tower with somebody, you know, Jenga. I'm getting Jenga as well. I'm getting, you know, the sand castles, the, you know, the climbing towers, like going to your local park and climbing the equipment and things like that, may be important, you know, to do with Valentine's Day here with this connection, you know, but it's really all about embracing that sense of adventure, being willing to, you know, have new beginnings. And, you know, especially for those of you where that is a past relationship, that is definitely going to be focusing on the new beginnings and where we can go next in this adventure. You know, the child energy does really talk strongly about new beginnings here as well. So quite a bit of info there for you. The interesting thing I'm kind of being drawn to here is, you know, we did see Taurus for you, and the ring actually does all that is actually the card of Taurus as well. Okay, so you definitely may be connecting with a Taurus or with somebody who has strong Taurus placements, or it may be, once again, strongly related to Taurus energy, which, you know, like I was sort of saying, that earthy kind of energy, getting into nature, you know, building the sandcastle, definitely a nature type thing, but also, you know, food-based stuff as well. So there definitely may be something in regard to that as well. And I'm hearing again home cooked meal and I miss your cooking as well. So somebody, you may be missing somebody's cooking, somebody might be missing your cooking, wanting that home cooked meal from somebody. But that's what we have for you today, Cancer. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. All right, but for now we're moving on to Leo. Okay, Leo, any specific signs of importance for our Leos this Valentine's? Leo. All about Leo this Valentine's Day. So the only important person this Valentine's Day is you yourself, Leo. You actually have come out for somebody else. I cannot remember which placement that was that had Leo, but it definitely did come out for one of the other signs today. So Leo, very important. This you definitely, it might be all about you, Leo, but it may also be talking about somebody you know, who does have strong Leo placements as well. You might be dealing with another Leo. But overall, the Leo energy, it really does talk about that, you know, you're a fire sign, that fiery passion, you know, but warmth and happiness. Okay, so overall, it does feel like it's going to be a pretty, you know, good Valentine's Day for you, even if you're spending it alone, you know, which is totally fine because we're seeing your energy. Okay, Leo. What's happening for Leo this Valentine's? What's happening for Leo this Valentine's Day? We have the key, firstly, for you, Leo. So there is a new opportunity coming, like, you know, this is unlocking some sort of brand new door that may never have been open to you before, or some sort of new opportunity that is coming up for you this Valentine's Day. And what we're seeing, that opportunity taking you towards, not only does the key always talk about success, and successful opportunities. You know, for some of you, this may be related to a career opportunity. I don't want to take that off the board here, even though we're looking at Valentine's Day. But we do see the flowers and the ship. Okay, so the flowers is all about, you know, giving your all, you know, putting the time, love, energy into something here that you're wanting to receive from in return. So, you know, the flowers is very giving energy, but it is also receiving energy. For some of you, this is literally a bouquet of flowers. You may be getting flowers this Valentine's Day that from some new opportunity that somebody may be in your energy that you didn't even realize that you had this opportunity, but here they come brandishing flowers, giving you gifts, because they definitely can talk about gifts, and especially for Valentine's Day, flowers Okay, but we do see that ship energy as well. So it's really giving your all to these new opportunities and ready to start new journeys for yourself. For some of you, there may be a gift of, not just flowers, but this could actually be the gift of travel. It can talk about travel or closing a distance. Someone's coming to you and letting you know that, look, we've got this opportunity to take this getaway, go on a cruise with me, travel with me. I want to take you away on this ship energy here, which definitely can talk about traveling as well. So it sounds like it's going to be a really good one for you guys, Leo. For some of you, if that's just your own energy here, you may actually be going, do you know what? I'm going to give back to myself. I've been, putting so much energy out there into the world. I'm going to give myself a treat, and I'm going to, buy myself flowers, says Miley Cyrus, but also, I'm going to buy myself a little weekend getaway and get away from it all as well. So definitely could be those sorts of things if it's just you yourself as well, Leo. Sorry, I'm just looking at the word Virgo there, but we're moving on to Virgo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements as well there, Leo, but moving on to Virgo. Virgo, last but not least today, Virgo. Virgo, any particular signs of importance for our Virgos this Valentine's? Aquarius. Okay, so there may be an Aquarius that is important to you this Valentine's Day, Virgo. Aquarius is like the sometimes I like to call them, my little alien friends or the space cadets. They're all about stars energy, okay? Aquarius in the lenormand is the stars energy, which is all about your wishes and, wishing on a star. Aquarius is an air sign as well. So, there may be this wispy sort of energy, this up in the clouds, up in the sky kind of energy. Aquarius really does embrace the sky. So there may be something to do with the sky for you this Valentine's Day, or like I said, somebody with important Aquarius placement as well. Okay, Virgo. What's happening for Virgo this Valentine's? Why are we seeing that? Clarify that third card for Virgo. Oh, okay. All right, so we are seeing the coffin energy firstly here, Virgo. So the coffin is all about death and rebirth, an ending that's bringing you a brand new beginning. So something that has ended in the past has actually given you this brand new beginning this Valentine's Day. So it's not really telling me when that ending has occurred, but I do feel that for majority of you, it already has occurred. Something that you've closed the lid on that, you've moved on from that, and it's bringing in brand new energy for you, and you're finding the opportunity to move forward and have this rebirth of who you are this Valentine's. It's kind of some sort of ending is bringing you some sort of brand new beginning, okay? And the new beginning is with this bear energy, okay? The bear energy, it does talk about you being able to put up strong boundaries around yourself, being able to sort of stand in your own power and stand strong against adversity, which is going to be important for you this Valentine's Day, I feel, Virgo, because, this new beginning that you found within yourself, standing up for what's right, standing up for yourself, putting boundaries up around yourself, protecting yourself. It is going to be important because the next card we have is the whip, which was clarified by the snake. Okay, so before I get into the majority of what that is actually all about, for one or two of you, this is talking about the snake can talk about physical intimacy and passion, and the whip can talk about whips and chains excite me in that sort of sense as well. So for some of you, this is talking about sexual play, that BDSM kind of stuff. So some of you that there is a couple of you where this may be what this is all about. And it's kind of just letting you know, make sure you're protecting yourself, making sure you've got your safe word and all that sort of stuff. Okay. But you're finding some sort of new beginning in that sort of play. But for everyone else, because that's only for maybe 2 of you, but for everybody else, this is actually talking about inner conflict, some sort of trouble or tension or fighting energy, some sort of drama that you're finding yourself in here. And you're really having to, because you've had this new beginning in standing up for yourself. I feel like this is why we're seeing this conflict, because you're standing up for yourself. You're not letting people, blame you. You're not letting anyone, walk all over you, push your boundaries aside and take advantage of you. Standing up for yourself, and it does, unfortunately, sometimes lead to arguments and conflict, because you're not going to let that person sort of get away with this kind of energy, is what I'm getting. So for some of you, there may be some sort of conflict that is arising, some sort of argument, but it is going to be a very sort of heated, passionate kind of argument with that snake here. But it also definitely could be something where there's a level of deceit that sometimes comes through with that snake energy as well. So it's kind of like somebody trying to deceive you about the truth of the situation. They're trying to start a fight with you, start drama over something, because they're trying to hide something else. All right, they're trying to hide the truth of a situation. So they're starting this fight with you. I'm getting that kind of energy of like, oh, Virgo, I can't believe you did this and you did that and you did this. But the only reason that they're nitpicking and starting this conflict is because it's distracting you from looking deeper into something that you were about to ask them questions about, is what I'm kind of getting the energy of here. Because they kind of know that you're in this energy of you're going to stand up for yourself. You're not going to let this person push your boundaries. And so every time they want to push that boundary, it's like they're starting a fight, and trying to put blame on you a little bit here of oh, I'm only pushing that boundary because you did this and you did that and you did this, and trying to flip it back on you a little bit. They're trying to deceive you a little bit into letting them cross that boundary, is what I'm getting here, Virgo. But just be aware that, Valentine's Day period may bring a little bit of argumentative behavior out in people. You may be having a little bit of drama or conflict with somebody here. So if you're not wanting that, make sure but I feel like ultimately it's necessary, and it's really necessary to test this energy that you really have, learn how to stand up for yourself and stand in your own power. So I do feel that for a lot of you, Virgo, that it is necessary, and it is necessary for you to continue to protect your own energy and look out for yourself here. Okay, it's kind of that spiritual test of, have you really learnt that lesson? Did you really, can you really make sure no one crosses that boundary, or are you going to, are you going to let them wear you down, or trick you into letting them cross it anyway? So just keep that in mind, okay, Virgo. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Hopefully we can maybe come out with something a little bit more positive for you in your other placements today. But please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.